Yo, bro, check this BMW 335i I just financed. 0% down and only 58% interest per year, bro. This shit is free. That is sick, bro. You coming to Coachella? Let's just afterpay all the tickets and all the accommodation. We can figure out the rest later.
Bro, that's the greatest psychological trick ever pulled in retail history. It's getting you to think in monthly payments instead of total cost. It starts at the car dealership. The car's around $60,000. You think, bro, 60 grand, no fucking chance. Then the salesperson says to you, what if I told you can only have it for $9.90 a month? Then your brain thinks for a second and it's like, $9.90, that's not bad. I'd probably spend that eating out. $9.90 is calm. I could do that. But here's what actually just happened. $9.90 a month over 7 years at a standard interest rate. You're paying $83,000 for a $60,000 car. You literally paid $23,000 extra and your brain registered as, I could do that because it was broken into little chunks. And the stupid thing is, people will negotiate the payment down to $9.50 a month and think they won. This is called payment anchoring, and it's not just car dealerships who do this. Every single major retailer, phone companies, furniture stores, clothing stores, you name it, they're not selling you a product anymore. They're selling you a monthly number and the actual price almost becomes irrelevant. All right, so let's actually break down who is actually winning here, because it's not just the car dealership or the phone company. It goes deeper than that. When you finance something, there's almost always some financial institution involved, credit union, a lender, and that lender is making money literally every single month from you paying that interest. They didn't build your car, they didn't make your phone, they just put money in the middle and they get paid for it until you finish paying. In America alone, the interest households pay on consumer debt, personal loans, car loans, credit cards, run into the hundreds of billions. And all that money flows upward to shareholders, to fund managers, to people who are wealthy and getting wealthier because regular people who shouldn't be buying certain products can now finance them to afford them. Let me give you a real world example that is actually insane. The average American car loan for new cars, people are often financing over $40,000, and even used car loans are in the high 20,000s. Interest rates can vary, but many borrowers are paying somewhere in the high single digits, and used car borrowers can even pay more. On a $35,000 car loan at 8% over 5 years, you end up paying roughly $42,500 back. That's about $7.5 grand in interest, and the interest doesn't go into some void. It flows to the people who own the banks, the lenders, the people who are pushing this idea that you can get a good deal financing some bullshit you probably don't need. All right, I want to be nuanced here because I know someone in the comments probably saying, what about mortgages, bro? But there's a massive difference between financing something that goes up and financing something that is actively losing value from the second you touch it. It's pretty obvious, but people don't understand how bad it is to finance a depreciating asset. Those cars, phones, laptops, furniture, jet skis, all of it. It's like getting punched in the face twice. You're paying interest, so you're paying more than the thing costs, whilst the thing is getting cheaper while you pay for it. You are underwater from day one. You owe more than the car's worth just for the first 2 to 3 years of the loan. This is called being underwater or negative equity. And if anything goes wrong, you can't repay the interest, you can't sell off the car and just pay the loan because you owe more than it's worth. Even phone plans do this shit where they include your phone in the plan for a little bit extra a month. But that phone isn't free. It's being chopped into 24 or whatever, 36 little payments, and it's hidden inside your monthly bill. So you stop thinking, do I really want to spend $1,500 on a phone? And start thinking, yeah, I can do 60 a month. That's how they get you financing a depreciating asset without it even feeling like a loan. And this shit is everywhere. Buy now, pay later stuff like Klarna and all of them tricking you that it's all good, zero interest, right? Training your brain just to disconnect. You are aggressively being marketed this mindset. Why save up when you can have it all now, bro? And all of these motherfuckers on Instagram with finance cars, jewelry, stuff they can't afford, feels like you need to cop something that you shouldn't be buying at all. Like these people selling you that lifestyle, the brands, the advertising, the financial products, they're rich, not because they have nice things, but because they collect interest from people who are buying nice things they can't afford. If you look at those truly wealthy individuals, they're not just flexing some jewelry they bought with this credit card or their finance cars. The real wealthy people have completely different relationship with money. They use debt strategically to acquire assets that generate more cash than the debt costs. Investment properties, businesses, things that actually grow in value or produce income. They're not financing their lifestyle. They look to finance income producing machines. The debt ideas that are pushed on top of you are the opposite. It's lifestyle debt, consumption debt, and every single dollar of interest you pay on consumption debt is a dollar that doesn't go into your savings or your investments or your future. It's a direct transfer of wealth from you to them. All right, let me actually set you guys on a path that you should actually be taking when making financial decisions so you don't get cooked. The first thing is think in total cost always. Before you finance anything, calculate what you'll actually pay in total. Most loan calculators take like 30 seconds. If the number makes you uncomfortable, that discomfort is information, bro. Listen to it. Second thing is, if you were going to finance only appreciating assets. A home growing in a market, that makes sense. A Hellcat that will be losing value the second you step into it, that's cooked. Third thing is, save up and pay cash for depreciating stuff. I know that sounds so simple, but you don't need to finance that $40,000 car. Just buy the 10K whip that you can get A to B from. You can buy that new car when you save the money to be able to actually afford it. 4, treat buy now, pay later like an evil drug. Don't ever do any stuff like buy now, pay later. It will ruin you. It's not worth it. And honestly, just start noticing it. Like when an ad shows you a monthly payment instead of the total cost, notice the system. You can't opt out of something you didn't even know you were opted into. Everyone at the top wants you to think about financing everything, because the second they can get you thinking in monthly payments instead of total cost, they've got you. You quit asking, can I afford this? You start thinking, can I do the monthly payment? 2 completely different questions, because you can almost afford anything if the payment is stretched long enough. That's the trap. They don't need you to be rich. They just need you to feel comfortable making that monthly payment, and slowly your future income is already spent before you even make it. So the real flex isn't financing a lifestyle that makes you look rich. The real flex is owning your income, having no dumb payments, stacking cash, buying assets, and not letting some lender eat your paycheck before you even touch it. Because being broke in expensive clothes is still being broke, and financing everything is how they keep you there.